Hello, and welcome to Vroid Virtual Reality. VTubing with me, Aria. And today we are gonna basically do like the whole process of how one would go about making a VTubing thing. So yeah. First of all, you need two programs. Unity for fancy stuff, and then Vroid Studios, which is going to be your like 99% of all your work that you do. So first up, you want to go to Google, go to Vroid Studios, and click in the Vroid. You'll be brought here. It's a little confusing. This is like my third time doing it. You go to Vroid Studios over here, and the three thing, and then it says download, and then you're going to download it. And what that will do, hopefully nothing pops up, is Vroid Studio. Boom. And then from here, Vroid Studio, powered by Pixiv, will open. Yeah, and then you can, these are all the projects I've done. These are sample models, and these are like these were all me like screwing around and trying to figure shit out. But if you really want to start, you'll start with, go to new, make a new thing, and then you'll have the bare bones of whatever the hell you want to make. And we'll get into this later, maybe. I don't know. I don't usually touch a whole lot. The biggest thing that you're gonna want to double check is the hair and the body and the clothing. Actually, the hair and the clothing normally, pretty much. So if you're the artistic type, what you can do is where is it? You can probably do like, holy crap, that's not it. You can, nope, just gonna delete that. Nope, you're just gonna delete that. You can actually make your own hair, right? You can actually make your own hair. These are basically sort of like, so this fence thing, this mesh, is like the plane of which your hair is going to be created. And with the select, you can select a dot and you can fuck around with it. If you go over to here, you can mirror, and so whatever you do on one side, it'll happen on the other side. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So you want to manipulate this plane of existence so that whatever shape the mesh is, so too will the hair be, And if you want to be like super edgy or whatever, and this person has like this thing that goes around, then you can unclick it, and it'll be doing whatever that is right here. Yeah. Anyway, and you can actually change the thickness and the width. So the width is how thin it is, and thickness is how thick it is, like that. So I don't know how most people do it, but it's whatever. But yeah, and if you want to fuck around with it, if you make a hair, whoops, if you make hair, right, and then you're like, maybe I want it more like this way or that way, then you can like change it, change it around, elongate it, etc. I can't do that. I'm not artistically inclined. It's the same thing with the clothing editor too. So if you have like, I want a uniform and whatever, or like a shirt or whatever, you can actually come in here and screw around with it. You can probably use Photoshop as well. Download the preset for this particular thing, and you can like go in and use your artsy abilities to do stuff in it. And as you can see, the thing that you do in here, you can also do it in here. It's a penis. Oh my god. It's whatever. It's whatever. But if you're not good enough for that, like I am, whoops, that's not it. You can go to Booth. So if you type in Vroid Booth and go to this one right here, or this one, I guess it doesn't really matter. But if you go here, what you'll end up is a Japanese site powered by Pixiv, where you can actually go in and type in Vroid over here. So you'll end up here first, right? But what you can do is go to Vroid and you can download a bunch of different presets and settings and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and then like for instance, let's check out this one. So I don't know specifically what this is, and I can't really understand it. It might be a model. You can have like different eyes, different clothing, different hairstyles, etc, etc, and it's all like mappable on top of Vroid Studios. So here you can sort of see some of the things that I bought. And what you can do is, let's just take a hairstyle, I guess. Yeah, this is one of my, well, this is the first thing that I bought, and I really like ponytails. So what I did was I bought it, and then I downloaded it, and then it became a ponytail hair preset. And what I can do here is, it says right here, whoop. So if I go to this and that, app data, Pixiv, so you need to go to run, and then app data, and then from there, what you can do is app data local where is this? Pixiv, then our studios, and then hair preset. I've fucked around with a lot of different presets. Yeah, and then I can probably dump that. Now I can probably rename this. Let's name it preset 6, and then we can dump it in here. Did it just? Okay, screw it. If I can dump it in here. So now, nope, still doesn't work. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how to fix that. What is this? And I actually don't remember most of my presets and what they do. But if you want to use, oh shit, here we go. Don't know why that worked, but whatever. I guess this is another one. Obviously I have multiple. Maybe this is the same one. I don't know. Import preset. you can combine shit too. Well, obviously preset number 4 is whatever, but you get the idea. We'll get back to combining hair later, but for now, that's basically it. If you're not artistically inclined, you can go into Booth, download some stuff, and then yeah, and then you can import it and like mix and match and see which ones you like that, etc, etc. But yeah, same thing for the clothing. If you go here, you can, give me a second. Oh. So if we take, well, you have to watch out for some stuff, because some things are Unity only and some things are actually Vroid use. So let's just take this for example. I like the jacket or something, right? So I've bought it, and then I can download it, and then I have this, right? And then I'm like, open it, and there's so much, and then I can probably just stick it somewhere. I don't know. Let's go with downloads. right? And then we can just, let's just unload it onto, onto downloads. I'll clean it up later, it's fine. Replace. So here we have the things, right? And then, yeah. And then like we can, the reason why I use the word map is because what you can do is, let me check this out. So inner, outer shoe, skirt. So I guess one thing is a skirt, right? So uniform skirt. So what you can do is if you go here to the uniform skirt, you know, you can screw around with it, right? Or you can take this layer and you can import, download, import skirt and this, and you can layer it on and it should work. It's supposed to work. What if I just take this off? What if I just take this off? Nope, does not work. It's supposed to work. I wonder if it's a different, oh, it's a pencil skirt. No, it's, maybe? You're gonna have to like double check where you're supposed to use this because I don't know. Oh, it is. And then you can toggle this off and then bam. Whoops. Yeah. So you need to double check what skin goes for what thing. So yeah, that's how you get clothing and hair. You can download it, you can set it up as a preset or import it as like a map, and then it'll take the design of it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, so what's next? All right, next is Unity. So you're gonna want to download Unity as well as a couple of key things that you will need. So I've made a list of stuff that you need. One thing is this thing called Hana tools, which will create, okay, Hana tools is a little bit different, but if you want to use your iPhone, you can download Hana tools and it will make something called a blend shape. In order for a VRM to be used by a face tracking app on Apple, it will need a total of 52 different facial shapes, blend shapes, for it to be compatible and to be used. So you can download that. You'll also need, give me a second. What else do you need? You also need Unity VRM so that Unity itself can read the VRM that your character will be. So download this if you want, and then let's say you want something with a tail, right? Let me see if I have, let me see which one of these. So let's say you want a tail and you want to combine it with like a cool looking let's say you want to combine it with a cool looking hairstyle. The thing is, unless you can make it through Blender, a lot of VTubers use the actual hair. Here, as what's it called, as hair and tail. So for instance, one of my presets is exactly that. Let's see if we can find it. Sure. So as you can see, both the hair here, like on the side, like the bangs, the sideburns, I don't know, as well as the ears themselves and the tail are all just hair. This is, you can buy this. It came with the ear and the thing is whatever, and it came with the that. I can't fucking talk. But yeah, so what you can do is, you know, download it, and then you can do that. But if you want, let's say you want preset, let's say you like preset 4, but you also want this thing to happen, and you want to combine this, the hair and the tail plus preset 4, which is like this awesome cool looking, you know, ponytail. What you can do is you can go to this one, combining hair. I found this on YouTube. She goes through the tutorial, but basically it's taking one preset and smacking it into another preset. So I'm gonna save that, and then I'm gonna save this preset, and hopefully it will save, because I don't want to get rid of it, because I'm pretty sure what ends up happening is this preset will save on top of this preset, is what I'm going to assume is going to happen. Merger. So what you can do is, so you can set it so that preset, I don't know which one it is, so preset 102 maps itself on top of preset number 4 or 7, I don't know. Merge. Damn it. Give me a second. Okay, maybe not. So, well, let's just go back to this one. Impact. Is this preset? Okay, so here we go. So now, instead of just preset number 40, which used to, or preset number 41, which is a copy of 40, and preset number 4, which is a copy of preset 2. I think it's preset 2. Nope, I forget which one, but whatever, you know it. It's the plain ponytail. So we took the cat. Which one was it again? Damn it. Okay. Oh yeah, this is what it was. So we took preset 12140 and smacked it, collided it into 4, and now preset number 4 is preset number 4 is now both what it was originally for, as well as 121.240. It's a little complicated, you'll get used to it. But yeah, once you have your little monstrosity with your skirt and whatever, what you can do is you can come over here, and export it, you know, and then it becomes a VRM. If you want to fiddle with the eye shape and ear shape and all that kind of stuff, you can as well. So like over here with the body, you can make her like the whole body, you can make her shorter or taller, and this is, you know, you can do weird shit with it. You know, it's whatever. again, this is where all the artistic talent goes into, like finding that perfect balance to make it so that to make your design look the way that you want her to or him to. And you're just gonna have to fiddle with it. So once that's done, you can export it. Yes, export it. So since normally you wouldn't need to do this, but these things move with bones. And you can see how they move by going to post an animation, and she'll, like, you know, do whatever. This tail looks fine until she moves around her head without moving her hips, because this is still hair, which means this is still connected to her head. We will remedy that later in Unity. But in order to remedy that in Unity, you want to uncheck this, combine hair mesh, because what this does is, if you go over here and then you go to bone, this is all the different kinds of bone meshes you have. I thought I fixed that. I fucked up. It's fine for this tutorial. So every single different color is different. They have bones and physics, and this is unassigned, so it's never gonna move, but it's fine because tutorial. But yeah, every single different color means that it is its own separate group that moves independently when that character moves. However, if you check this, then everything is stuck together, and it will be impossible to edit individual clumps of hair, including this tail, which is technically one singular hair. So you just export it, test Frank, author Aria, who gives a shit, allow. Do you want it to be fucked up violently? Okay. Do you want it to be fucked up sexually? Okay. Commercial use? Okay. You know, who gives a shit? I didn't want to do that. Okay, and then you just, you know, stick it in test Frank in downloads or whatever. Voila. And now you have a VRM. You could stick it into any, like, VC face or whatever, but it's, again, there's some things that you want to do. Like the tail is going to be one thing. All right, so we are now in Unity. So as we mentioned earlier, you should have downloaded UniVRM. UniVRM, which is its own little thing. It allows Unity to read VRM files as well as Hana tools for iPhone users who want to use their iPhone as with facial tracking. One more thing, if you do have a tail that is created within Vroid, what you want to do is you want to come over to this YouTube video. So if you go to this video, making tails, wings, etc., you can, you download UniVRM, but also download bone weight transfer. For the Unity, for the game engine literate people, you know what this means. But what this basically means is when you are working in Unity, you will be downloading some stuff. So for instance, UniVRM, so that Unity can read VRMs. Ta-da, and import that. It's fine. Right? All right, cool. There's VRM. And then import Hana tools. And import that. for you iPhone users, iPhone 10 and up. And then bone weight transfer, import. So we will do the tail thing first. And then last but not least, bring in your dude that you just made. If I can find it. I'm pretty sure I put it in downloads. Where did it go? Where did it go? Excuse me? Oh my god. Give me a second. Oh, it's under skirt? She went to skirt? Oh my god. Alright, so this is Frankenfran, the model that we made just now. So that's gonna load. All right, so now we have Hana tools for Apple users, iPhone and up, VRM for Unity to even just be able to make this, and bone weight transfer tool. So first we're gonna stick our model out, and it will come into the scene. I'm just gonna zero in on this so I know exactly where the hell it is. And this is exactly what Vroid spat out. My Unity is weird, but it doesn't matter. So here's the thing, right? We have a tail, we have everything, but if we hit this play button, go to scene, and then we actually fiddle with the actual model, and let's say I want to move the head, I have to go down the list until I can hit the head. This just makes sense because the root is the entire body, and then the hips, the spine is connected to the hips, and the chest is connected to the spine, etc., and the neck and the head. So the head. So here, this I can move, this I can enlarge, and this I can swivel. We're gonna try swiveling the head. And if you remember, this tail is also hair technically. So what ends up happening, you swivel the head, you swivel the tail. Doesn't make sense. It looks kind of okay until you swivel it this way, and then the tail starts, ghosting, and it's like, ooh, I never actually was attached. So what you want to do is you want to first uncheck that. If you make changes while this is still in play, then all your changes will disappear afterwards. 2, you go to test friend, right click, go to open prefab asset. Here you see every single thing that is in here, like everything and what it is connected to. What you want to do is you want to find this this tail, but you can't click it or else it'll just go to the mesh itself. What you need to do is you need to find the bone that it is connected to, and you just find that by clicking until it shows up. I have no idea which one this is. This one. All right, so if you move this, this particular bone, which is highlighted here, it's the tail. Oh my god, right? All right, so what you want to do is you want to take this and move it all the way up to the hips. So now, if you back out, what ends up happening is instead of this particular tail, which is hair, connected to the head, it will now be connected to the hips, technically. Here's what happens though, right? Just because it's connected to it, that doesn't mean that it's actually attached to it. So even if I, let's say, go to the spine, go to the neck, and go to the head, and swivel, it's still gonna do shit, right? It's still gonna be weird. So this is where this bone transfer happens. I can't read that shit either, but from bottom up, from bottom to top, this is how I see it. So I want the destination to be the hips, and I want it to come from the head and which actual mesh do I want it to be. I want it to be this mesh, which is the tail. Hair number 71. And then you let it go. And then it attaches. There's nothing that happens. It just like boop, and that's it. So now, wait, did I fuck that up? Yeah, I fucked it up. Give me a second. So if I go here, scene, right? And then I swivel the head. Did it attach? Oh shit, it does attach. All right, don't do that though. Don't do that. It attached itself thanks to the tool. If you make any changes in here, then it's a no-go. You have to make sure this play button is unchecked, right? So now we have a tail which is connected to the hip. You know, if the chest moves, then like nothing happens. But if the hips move, then the tail goes with it, you know? If I bend over. You know? Whatever. Alright. So now, yeah, we have a separate tail connected to the hip, and then we have our VRM. So for blah blah blah. Now then, for iPhone users who want to have this particular thing model be useful with their iPhones, what you want to do is you want to go to Hana tools. First of all, you want to open up the reader. This will only work if you use like the most recent Vroid with the most recent version of Hana tools. It has been, as you can see, it's version 12, and the more Vroid Studios that happen, the more Hana tools that will keep going. And if you just so happen to make something older on an older version, then you're gonna have to check and see if you can make these other different versions work. But what you want to do, so Hana tool is for the face and different facial features. So you're gonna want this program to read the face. And then it'll be like boop, 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 boop. And then it'll actually be able to read it. So now that this program has read the face, you're gonna go to Clip Builder. So this Clip Builder is basically like, it read the face and now it's going to make quote unquote maps, I think, on the face and be able for it to be stretched. And to do that, you need to go to the actual model itself, and then it's gonna like basically look at your model and figure out how to contort, how to make it so it is compatible with contorting the shit out of itself. Bloop, bloop. And now if we did it right, Test Frankenstein should have blend shapes, and there's a shit ton of blend shapes. So you go to the first blend shape, and this is every single blend shape you need to make it compatible with Apple. And I've never figured out how to fix this, but it's super bright. If I go here, then it's a little bit less bright. But as you can see, A, I, U, E, O, and different versions of different things. Here's the thing though, right? Depending on what kind of thing you use, or what kind of iPhone application you use, this might not even be useful. I don't know, but like, yeah. So now, if you want to like edit stuff, like if you want the or any other singular thing to be different, you know, you could just go for it, you know, like if so sometimes sometimes I feel like it should be a little bit more closed mouth, so I can go in here and like fiddle with different things, and it will literally change the shape of whatever I want it to. you know? And it's not just O too, so it's like blinking, so like or winking or whatever, or angry. It's like, oh, it's so stereotypically angry. But like if you really wanted to give it like character, like maybe like close one eye or something like that. I don't know. So squint maybe. So like grr, you know? So now she's like super angry. It's like to the point where like this you know, this eye is like twitching, and it's like different. It's a different, you know, whatever. And you can fiddle around with it. I've never figured it out. I don't know how to do it. But yeah, basically once Hana tool reads it and then clip builders it, it's already set up for you. And at that point, it's just you can just ship it out the way, just like that. So yeah, after you're done with that, select test frank or whatever your model is, and then you go to VRM, and then you go to this bottom one, not the JSON, but like just the bottom one, whatever UniVRM version you have, and you export the humanoid. Go to settings. This is the model. The title is test frank, you know, or whatever title, whatever the name of the model is, just whatever. And then author is you, and you export it. I export it directly into the Luppet because I use Luppet. So yeah, so you just send it. So you started off with a Vroid VRM, and then now you have a VRM that has been edited through Unity. So now you can sort of see all the different kinds of VRMs I have. Different tests and whatever that I've tried, and that's why they have all. So these three are what I got from Fiverr before I had any confidence. I made Demishnikov when I was like, I'm gonna use an alternate version of myself, and so I made Demishnikov, and the reason why it's called Stifftail is because I forgot about that. You'll see why I call this one Stifftail and why the other one is not called Stifftail. So let's just go to test frank, right? You figure out which camera do you want. I also have something called a leap motion, but you don't need it. I prefer it. So this is our Frankenfran, our Frankenstein of a test dummy. And you just start. So this is Luppet myself. So this is Luppet. Yeah. So you can change a lot of stuff. You can calibrate it, because if it's like leaning or whatever, or if you're slouching or whatever, you can like calibrate it. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, and then it'll look straight at your webcam. The reason why you can see me do hand stuff is because I have a little tiny infrared camera on my neck, on a brace, and then like it's specifically used for finger stuff. And I've put it here because it's technically here, but like in order so for it to not like clip through my boobs, right, or whatever, like I just put it a little bit more forward, a little bit more up, so then I can do like, you know, if I like face palm, I could just be like, oh, you know, and it'll look like I'm face palming, versus if it was truly here, then like if I face palm, this is what it looks like, you know. So it's just whatever. Yeah. Positioning, you can figure it out later. Scroll down, scroll up, middle mouse click, middle right click, or right click button, left click. I have no idea what it does, but I'll figure it out, whatever. Lip sync. Camera based versus voice based. So with camera based, it'll use your webcam. So right there, it said E. I was doing ah. Okay, it is not accurate. Versus, you know, this where it's like E, ah, o, E, ah, oo, you know, that kind of stuff. This, don't touch it. It'll look weird if you do. This, don't touch it. It'll look weird if you do, unless you actually need it, because sometimes it's like too low or too high or too whatever, and so like you'll have to adjust it, but I don't fucking do it. This is where the iPhone starts. iFacial Mocap is an iPhone exclusive app, as well as Wide.io, which you can use in VC Face. I don't use VC Face, I use Luppet. Also, Luppet is like $60. Just saying. But yeah. Background, you can choose whatever. It's great for green screening. Brightness, and I don't care. But yeah. As you can see, I also have my tail. The thing is, right? If I move, it's super floaty, and like if you want, like you can always just have a tail, right? But the thing is, sometimes if you're looking forward, right, you're not even gonna know that tail is there unless I like turn, and it's like, holy shit, he has a tail, right? So you can change it in Unity. I'll show it to you later. But yeah, just to emphasize why I wanted an iPhone tracking. So this is an IP. I'm not going to show it to you on screen, but if I click it, link it, right? Now my face can do way more. So it's like, so I can now smile without even needing to say E, you know. It's like, I could also like look at you disappointingly without like having to, you know, because like this is me looking at you disappointingly with an iPhone. You know, it's like, huh? What? Really? You know, versus like if I just did it with normal, it's like, huh? You know, like, yeah, it's not even working right, you know. It's just if you're gonna use Luppet, just go with the iPhone. If you have an iPhone 10 or more, like it's worth it, especially if you have an iPhone or 10 or more. iFacial mocap, $10, that's it. And then you can just like, you know, anyway. Oh man. Something that I did notice, right? That right there, I have no idea how to fix it. But if you're like small enough, like in the corner of you're not gonna notice that while you're playing like some other shit. And there's no way that my mouth is actually gonna be that loud, that far open. So like, you know, it's whatever. It's fine. It's whatever. And it's only on different angles too. I don't quite know what that is. Also, my ear is super floppy. Anyway, yeah. Back to the other thing. Right. Okay. So what am I doing? Right. No, I don't fucking remember. Tail. Cut. All right, so we are back in Unity. So as you can see, as you saw, the tail is kind of hidden. And what I've done is I've actually edited the tail as well. Yes, that looks like a normal ass tail, but again, no one's gonna know you're gonna have a tail. So what you can do is you can actually go to the bone itself, you can unravel it, and see how many different parts of this tail there are. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what this is, but there are 4 manipulatable parts of this tail. And the thing is, if you go from the root of that tail, you can make the entire thing bigger. If it's too thick for you and it looks too hairy, you can thin it out and then it becomes a normal ass tail again. And from here, you can just sort of make it so that it actually does, in fact, you know, show up even when you're looking forward. And sometimes even if you do this, it's like, it's, what is that? It's a line. So you can sort of like, you know, slowly tip it, turn it, right? Tip it some more and turn it some more, and little by little make it look natural as it's getting tipped, you know? And that kind of looks weird, doesn't look like a tail. It looks like Mew's tail, right? So like maybe I can like make it thicker, I don't know actually. It looks way, I don't know. But you get the idea. And like if you can make like a convincing animal tail using Vroid, then like more power to you. I can't do it. So it's just sort of like, meh, whatever. Also, it's super far from my back. So what you can do is, you know, like you can tilt it forward. You know? So now it's like a little bit closer. Is it better? But yeah. So yeah, let's see what this looks like in Luppet. So now you can see that I have a tail. Yay! You know? It's super floaty though. I don't know. But like if I turn, it looks like a normal tail, and kind of. And I turn this way, it kind of disappears. Now, fucking know. So yeah, I have a tail now. Yay! And ears. And a sick ass ponytail. So here's the difference though, right? So I have a tail and it's floaty as fuck, right? This is why Aria Demishnikov is called stiff tail. I have gone into Vroid Studios and just literally made it stiffer. Damn, her tail looks different. But yeah, so it's a little bit more stiffer, I think. You know, it's kind of still sort of kind of wavy, isn't it? I know. But yeah. So, something that you can see is like, again, this undershirt is actually not a shirt. Actually, this is one of those things that makes it look real, where depending on how good your skill is, you know, so uniforms and jackets and stuff are outerwear. Innerwear is actually something like what I'm wearing right now, where this glove isn't a glove, but it's actually like a texture for the skin. The same thing with this particular shirt, which is not actually a shirt, but it's like a tattoo. It's on the model itself. Now this jacket, on the other hand, is actually a texture for the jacket. So yeah, if you think about it, this quote-unquote shirt is a tattoo, which looks like a shirt so that I'm not naked, for the illusion of a shirt. And then this jacket, I just used my own jacket. This jacket is actually the outerwear. What am I wearing? These aren't pants. This is also tattoo, you know. I'm naked. Anyway. I never tested Demishnikov with the iPhone, and it's a little weird because like I wanted to make Demishnikov look kind of mean, and like when her eyes are completely open, Wow, it's fucked up. When I'm not even moving my mouth. Anyway, when the eyes are completely open, what ends up happening is she looks normal. She looks, she looks ooh pretty or whatever. I'm Asian, so what ends up happening is if I link it, she just looks pissed off constantly, and like the fucking Luppet has no idea what the fuck to do with it. Like unless I go like meh. Oh my god, my eyes. So like we'll have to edit Demishnikov if ever I actually do edit Demishnikov. We shall see. I don't fucking know. Anyway. But yeah. Where was I? What else will it have to do? Oh yeah, stiffness. Okay, so here is the Aria that everyone knows and loves. And I just wanted to show you real quick. Hair, right? And for the tail, it's this thing. So this right here, and what you can do is it's the bone. All right, so the bone is its own thing, and it will do its own thing, right? So if you check out which bone this is, you can see what exactly it does. So if this is lowered, then it's just going to be super floaty, and it's going to be like a cloud. But if it's higher, it's going to keep itself more or less composed. So that's all I wanted to show you. So if you want the stiffness or the gravity, don't do the gravity, because if it's a tail and you put gravity, it just dies. So don't do it. You want 0 gravity but stiffness, so it'll just be like it'll like move around a lot. Actually, you could probably, so here's what happens when you have 0 stiffness and full gravity on, right? Go to camera, right? That's what happens when it's not stiff and when it's full gravity. I'm just saying. Anyway, look at it. Oh my god, it's deflated. Versus 0 gravity and 0 stiffness. It'll probably be like super like floaty, I think. That's not a good test. As you can see, this is not stuck on her ass, but it's stuck on her head. Anyway, but yeah. It's not a good test. It was not a good test. But you get the idea. So yeah, that's basically all you pretty much need to know. We've covered what websites to go to, what tools you need, Vroid Studios and what that looks like, how to stick different hairstyles on it, how to change what your clothing's looks like, body and face editor for whatever. Same thing with the eyes. If you want like different colored eyes or whatever, you're gonna have to go to face, texture, irises, and then from here, you can import multiple different kinds of eyes. So yeah, and then you take it to Unity for the Hana tool, the VRM, and the bone weight, and yeah, and then just export it and dump it in Luppet or VC Face or whatever, and then you're good. Good luck.